Do you ever wonder what are some of the decent rules in business? What can help you find success and happiness while you amass wealth? Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is episode EA21, 3x3 Pattern Rules of Business on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Hi, I'm Jimmy Hendrick, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Success, Confidence, and Thrive Coach. I wish to let you know that there are patterns to help you receive more, help you live a better and extraordinary life right now. I also believe that there are spiritual and temporal tips to help you overcome the adversities in everyday life. So if you come with me, I will show you these patterns. Get ready. Let's go. Howdy ho! And how are you guys? Listen, it's the evening of my birthday, and I've kind of gone to a low ebb, and so I kind of need this podcast episode to kind of set at my equilibrium, because unbeknownst, not realizing it, because of my bipolar disorder, I became a bar none to a friend of mine over the phone, where I shouldn't have. I don't normally do that crap. But then again, we're going to fix that. Alright. Are you ready? Now, I'm going to cover the rest of the last 5 years, the rules of Pattern Realm. Okay, and along with the three-prong method of leveraging your best life and happiness. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We've done 1 through 5, so let's get started. Number 6, fix your mouth stupid. I gotta be honest with you, this is one rule I'm having to learn tonight, this evening. Sitting there, blowing my top. Assuming. You know what Oscar Wilde is fond of saying, you assume, you make a blank out of you and me. So we gotta fix our mouth, and I'm just as guilty as anybody to watch what we say, because what we say has an effect on our lives. Okay, and patterns go up and patterns go down, and sometimes when patterns go down and it don't look so good, guess what? That's sometimes when we blurt out and say things we shouldn't say and do things we shouldn't do. So, I actually learned this concept, it's 26 years ago, almost. I'm going to listen to a tape with a man by the name of Bill Britt. And he said, fix your stupid mouth. Now, I'm not meaning to be derogatory on this. Y'all know that. I'm not meaning to be derogatory towards this. But we have to watch the words we say. Especially if the pattern is down. Because then it can cause more damage. But then again, rule number 9 is going to fix that in some ways also. So, you need to know that. Rule number 7. Success means influence. Who is in your sphere of influence, and how can you grow it? During COVID, I didn't think I could ever grow my sphere of influence. And then, this past August, September, thanks to a good friend of mine, I became aware of a networking company called ACN, and kind of a sub company called Team Rhino Nation. And I go to the online meetings, and the one thing I've discovered is I met a crew of at least 2 new influencers online, and one here in person in Odessa, Texas. And so that's an awesome thing there. So if you want to be successful, you need to be able to grow that influence. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Alright? But we've got to be able to grow that, okay? Grow that and be in strength. And that's what's going to help you be what God's doing and have, is to grow your sphere of influence and grow. Dr. John C. Maxwell, he says, leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. And I know that deep down in my soul, okay? Now, number 8, be inspired. And I guess this is something that I should have been doing on my birthday. Plugging into people like Zig Ziglar. Plugging into people like Dr. Stephen Covey. You know, and in my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, well, I did listen to him earlier this morning, the theologian Jeffrey R. Holland, talking about the atonement and the resurrection. And that kind of helped me. I've been battling loneliness off and on. And so I think sometimes when your pattern's low, and even when your pattern's high, you need to work on being inspired. Because that's going to help you. That's going to help you right there. Okay? You're going to see that. Okay? You're going to see that. Who knows? Who knows? I may go through the 10 rules of Empower Your Pattern on this series. And if not on this series, then at a future date. Number 9. Correct your pattern. Just about 30 minutes ago, I didn't mean to blow my top at a friend. And of course, the pat answer is to make excuses. Because I want to tell you something. That is something that our reactor culture wants us to do. Our distractive, defiant culture wants us to keep down the same pattern, even though we know in our heart of hearts that it's not working. You got to correct your pattern. Okay? You got to get rid of stinking thinking. You know, Jim Rohn is one of the best ones. Let me on thoughts, because sometimes our thoughts screw up our patterns. One thing he says is either you run the day or the day runs you. And I gotta say, today, unfortunately, there were portions of the day when it just ran me. And so, time to take the reins back and say, that ain't gonna happen. And with that, while we're at it, let's look at some Zig Ziglar quotes on thoughts. We might as well look at thought life, you know. What do you think about this? You are what you are. And you are where you are because of what has gone into your mind. Ooh, that's an indictment out there in there, huh? Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar. How about one of my heroes, Stephen Covey? He's a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I trust him. I see where I'm falling down on the job. Okay? I can sit there and talk about key lime pie and the importance of determination. But I need to live out of your imagination, not out of your history. And maybe instead of just letting the negative thoughts spiral, I need to work a little bit more on my imagination, don't you think? Yeah, I think so too. And number 10, enjoy good, clean living. I'm grateful that my late BFE introduced me to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I'm going to get emotional, okay? Forgive me, I'm going to get emotional because that's one of the best things he could have done for me. And I resisted almost all the way. I went through 3 sets of missionaries. But my divorce, for one thing, compelled me to be humble. And also realizing that my current friends at the time weren't really helping me empower my pattern. And so the next thing that I could think of, logically, even if it meant losing most of them, which, well, I think I would have inevitably anyhow. And the church has shown me how to have a good, clean life. Earlier this week, I was talking to my upline in ACN. And we were talking about, my the product Impact Health Sharing. And one of the things that they do, encourage before you enroll, is that you try to quit smoking for a certain period of time and, no illegal drugs. And I think that's a wonderful thing, Enjoy good living. Just enjoy clean living. Okay, we're running out of time. Okay, the 3-prong here. Choose. You need to make a rational choice as to what's to happen here. Your choice is your leverage, okay? You need to carefully look through your choices, okay? But don't analysis paralysis, fart around, if you know what I mean. You make a wise choice. After that, you need to develop a plan of action. John F. Kennedy said, great is the cost of action. But even greater is the cost and price of inaction. Okay? The next part is to pursue happiness. The theologian Jeffrey R. Holland, he said, happiness is like a butterfly. If you chase it, it'll elude you. If you rest, proactively rest, it will come and rest on your shoulders. Now, with that, I hope you enjoy watching and listen to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you guys, okay? God bless each and every one of you. I love you. God bless you.